So yes, that's right, Endemic Life is back on the menu, boys. We have a big new update for Monster Hunter Wilds, which is going to drop really soon, and it also comes in with some big nerfs and also changes to some of our weapons. We have a brand new director's letter that goes in over even more details, so without further ado, let's jump right in. But this is title update version 1.11, which is planned to release pretty much tomorrow, May 28th, bringing in an abundance of new features and changes to the game, including a collaboration with Street Fighter 6, with title update 2, also version 1.11, and subsequent title updates. We want to provide more great content for you to enjoy, as well as make various adjustments to make Monster Hunter Wilds even more fun to play. We're going to see a bunch of quality of life changes as well, and we are going to check out the details on how the Street Fighter 6 special collaboration and new effects will work. But in the meantime, I want to go over some of the new content, starting with the 8-star challenging monsters. As you may or may not know, pretty much all of the Apex Predators are going to get 8-star challenge versions of them, including Gormagala, and all of these you see right here will become available to hunt at Hunter rank 41 or higher. This will give players options for hunting 8-star tempered monsters other than Argveld. As you may or may not know, he's the only one that goes to 8 stars for now, and each of these monsters have had various behind-the-scenes adjustments to make them more resilient, such as increased HP, resistance to wounding, and tweaks to multiplayer scaling, as they've also detailed in the previous director's letter. Specifically, tempered Gormagala 8 stars is expected to provide a particularly tough challenge to even the best hunters. Face this formidable beast at your own risk, and we kind of already know that Gormagala was pretty much the most annoying of the Apex Predators. But version 1.11 also features numerous improvements to quests. Higher difficulty quests will now also appear more frequently as your hunter rank increases. Also, both the spawn in rate of quests with multiple monsters and the appearance rate of tempered monsters with higher strength ratings have been increased, which should mean you're going to have much higher chances to get these bigger challenges, which is really nice. It also means that we're going to have an easier time to actually farm for the resources to craft the best items in the game. Now, in terms of title update 2, they do have a bit of information over here. In title update 2, which is supposed to release in summer, new monsters will be introduced into the wilds, similar to title update 1. New tempered monsters 8-star, as well as new arch tempered monsters will make an appearance, so players should prepare for hunts that are more challenging than ever before. I'm pretty sure that the data mines were mentioning arch tempered Uthduna for title update 2, of course on top of Legaicrus, which is going to be one of the other additions as well, so pretty much like a title update 1. In terms of balance adjustments, we do know that these were on the menu and many more will follow soon, so in this case we're going to get a bunch of them, but unfortunately not all of them are buffs. So as they mentioned in the previous director's letter, they will implement various player-centric balance adjustments both in version 1.11, which launches tomorrow, and title update 2. So in the first one, for version 1.11, we don't just get changes to the hammer, but also the hunting horn, gun length, light bowgun, and heavy bowgun all had various adjustments made. Also, certain aspects for gunless RTN weapons have been increased. So yeah, we're gonna have to see those in game, how much they actually change. While some weapons have had certain parameters adjusted downwards, other parameters have been adjusted upwards, and viewed in totality, I think you will find that all weapon types have had their possibilities expanded, so I encourage you to give them a try for yourself once the update is out. So this actually looks encouraging to say the least, because I was mostly expecting just nerfs, but no, it seems that they just want to just give these weapons a more broader appeal. So who knows, maybe we're gonna break off from some of the meta runs that we have so far, but really looking forward to some of the gun lengths and light bowgun changes. Now, in terms of title update 2, also the hammer is planned to receive various improvements in title update 2, in addition to the adjustments made in this update, including the addition of offset effects for certain attacks and the addition of a follow-up attack upon a successful offset. Other weapons will also receive changes in TU2, such as the dual blades, which I'm probably expecting to be nerf related, if I were to be honest with you. Now, in terms of quality of life improvements, we do have quite a few of them, so we plan to continuously improve the ease of access to important features and information. So in this case, what they've done is the following, and this is for update 1.11 as well. So hunters will be able to rest in the Grand Hub and Suja Peaks of Accord. Resting now restores all destroyed pop-up camps, which I'm not sure about you, but that is absolutely huge. This is one of the most annoying things about pop-up camps, that every now and then you're getting them destroyed by all of these monsters who for some reason want to cause havoc, but in this case, having them restored seems really cool. A confirmation window will no longer appear after obtaining an item when your item pouch is full. The obtained item will instead automatically be sent to your item box, so no more wasted resources. Plus, the visibility of the remaining time of meal effects is improved. The countdown will display 10 minutes before expiration. Also, notifications have been adjusted in version 1.11. Notification frequency in locales has been lowered, and only high priority targets will be displayed in the environmental overview. In addition, we plan to make it so that active notifications will no longer block the input of opening the map in Title Update 2. Thank you so much for this. Even though it's not with update 1.11, this was one of the most annoying of them all. You had to constantly shift through those notifications before being able to go to the map, especially after resting. Also, improvements are coming to joining multiplayer quests for private lobbies and squad lobbies. Camera behavior during hunts has also been adjusted. These changes are included in version 1.11 and will continue to be refined in later updates. And also, another note on Title Update 2, in addition to these changes, in previous sections, players can look forward to various other improvements in TU2, such as improved Sacred usability, the ability to view skill details in various screens with a single button press, and more. But we have to talk about some of the newly added features, because let's be honest, the creature overview as well as, of course, layered weapons is still missing in the game, but no longer in version 1.11, at least with one of them. So as mentioned in the previous director's letter, you will be able to view individual endemic life that you captured, and we also have the screen over here as well, which is pretty nice. It seems that only a Vigor Wasp was captured by this user, but in the Windward Plains, select Check Endemic Life in Ecological Research to view your creatures and their names, as well as the size and weight of fish that you caught. You can also favorite creatures so that they'll be kept even if you go over the maximum storage capacity, and individual creatures can now have different patterns or other unique elements. So if you find one in particular that you like, be sure to use this feature to keep it around, which is actually really nice. Favoriting creatures does seem to be quite useful. In version 1.11, the position and movement for your Sacred and Handler have been adjusted so they do not interfere with gameplay. In addition, a character display toggle is planned to be added in photo mode for Title Update 2, as well as an option to toggle off the glowing effects on your hunter from skills and items, which is really nice. I'm not sure why it took them this long to give us an option toggle for glowing effects, but you know what? Better late than never. And on that note, layered weapons are also planned for Title Update 2. We look forward to players getting their hands on these exciting features, and let me tell you, I am definitely one of those players. Now, in terms of some of the other content, we do have all of the stuff over here looking ahead and whatnot, but we also have to check out some of those changes added with Street Fighter 6 collaboration. As I've said in the previous video, I think that this is quite a unique way in which they've implemented some of the, in this case, character specific attacks from Street Fighter 6. So the special collaboration features equipment that will prepare you for any fight from the wilds to the streets, as well as a new challenger to the game, Akuma. And we can see how some of this looks like over here. We of course have all of his attacks basically over here. We can shift through, pretty much like in the case of items, quick access menu and whatnot. Included in the collaboration equipment are the Akuma full armor sets and Akuma layered armor. When you have either equipped, 3 items will be added to the item bar: assisted combat Akuma, drive impact, and go Hadouken, which you can see right over here. We also have the trailer that shows these in action. Note, the full armor set also grants extra bonuses to these Akuma attacks, so if you want to make the most out of them, you're going to want to actually use the real thing. Now, in terms of details for every single one of them, the assisted combo Akuma, this attack can be selected from the item bar consecutively to pull off a combo. When performing a combo, you can press triangle or circle to activate different moves, which means, holy smokes, we can use this without having to use any other weapon. You can pretty much think of this as the new weapon added in Monster Hunter Wilds. Then we have Drive Impact. Your drive gauge fills over time, and once it's full, a Drive Impact can be performed. Drive Impacts can be activated by selecting the move in the item bar or by holding L2 then pressing R1 during a combo. When Akuma's full armor set is equipped, this move will gain an offset effect, and hitting a monster's wound or weak point will activate the Shun Gokusetsu attack that will gain stun properties, like we've also seen in the trailer. Used skillfully, these options can be used to slay even the most difficult monsters in the game, and you can also add each action to your shortcut menu to make them easier to pull off in the heat of the hunt. There are plenty more to discover within the special collaboration, and we hope fans of both series enjoy everything this content has to offer. I'm not gonna lie, this looks way more interesting even than I initially thought, so I'm actually looking forward to testing this unofficial new weapon out. Now, on a final note, we also have some other update contents right here at the end of the page. In terms of game stability, the team continues to identify stability issues and make improvements where possible, especially in the Steam version. This is an ongoing process, so we're going to see this in other updates as well. But version 1.11 specifically includes optimizations to VRAM usage and fixes to crashes due to insufficient VRAM. More improvements for the Steam version, such as enhanced texture streaming, are planned for future updates. Now, in terms of the game cycle, with the addition of Tempered Monsters 8 stars, the rewards for 8-star investigations and field surveys have been increased. Guild point rewards for fishing have also been rebalanced. Certain whoppers and rare fish have had their rewards increased, while others have had their rewards decreased. As I mentioned in the monster section, even stronger monsters are planned to be added in future updates. And to complement this, a new system will be added where rewards and equipment that allows you to diversify your skill builds can be earned. Stay tuned for official channels for more news. And in this case, that's pretty much it with all of the stuff that we're getting in update 1.11 and also title update 2 for now. Hunters can look forward to steady support of Monster Hunter Wilds with new content and balance changes that make the game even more fun to play. Again, Street Fighter 6 special collaboration and update 1.11 will launch on May 28th. So in this case, actually looking forward to that. No joke, I think this is looking really awesome. But let me know down below in the comments if this is up to your expectation in terms of content we're getting. And of course, I'm gonna see you guys in the next video.